overcrowding in Britain, England, and of course in America. Somewhat similar, but not. England's just far, far worse. You can't have that many people in that country and ever live because it's not feasible. The other thing is you can't have all those different variety of people that don't get on with each other. Some of them want to kill each other. The Albanians are mostly into gangs. They all need to be deported, all of them. If it takes the military, fine. But anyway, let's talk about overcrowding and the sensible ideas I have. These great big shooting estates, which I love, I think they're fantastic. 4, 5, 6,000 acres. And that Dartmoor craziness. The government or the Home Office that made this terrible, terrible idea of importing foreigners for cheap labour, which came from Tony Blair, who started this floodgate thing, should say to these big estates, listen, we only want 300 or 400 acres. They're going to fence it off, going to put some porta potties on it, and let people camp there. And at least then you won't be building houses on farmland. And all the farmland you're going to build houses on, knock the houses down or finish off what you've got and don't build any more and let people park their cars and their vans there and live in them and put some porta potties and some water spigots. I mean, that at least frees up the country. And as for London, you're going to have to make vast areas where people can camp and people can live in their cars. You are the ones that did this to the English people. You're the ones that have got to sort out a solution. I still don't believe that you saw this all happening over the last 45 years and you did nothing. Nigel Farage, Richard Vobes, lots and lots of people on YouTube are saying, why did you do this? The other night there was a program on YouTube about what you were going to do with all the people, and people just said there's just too many of them. You just can't drive your car anymore because there's too many traffic jams. The M25 is just chock-a-block. When I was a kid, the M25, you could ride it all day and you might see 5 cars. I mean, it's just stupid. The whole thing was stupid. As for net zero, as Richard Vole says, we're going to use fossil fuels for the rest of time. We haven't come up with the answer. I mean, it's a great idea to have wind and solar, but it's not reliable. You can't store it. And electric cars don't work. Waiting 10 or 15 hours to get a charge because you haven't got enough charging systems, you don't have enough electricity. They're asking you now to turn your electricity off in peak hours and give you a tenner. No, you want $1,000 a month to turn your electricity off in peak charging hours. I don't know. And the other thing is feeding yourselves. Stop with this plant thing and this we're all going to eat bug thing and whatever. Everybody knows that's not true. You're going to eat meat. You're always going to have Sunday roast. If I came to England, first thing I'm having is lamb. You know, that's just normal. You can't just change societies overnight. You can't just pretend the people aren't there. As for Dartmoor, Let them go up there and camp. Let them have a lot of free stuff. Get rid of the fishing license. Get kids out fishing. Open up all the rivers to the public. Don't have private clubs. As for owning a gun, just do the background check and let people have guns. Have handguns to defend themselves against the criminals that you all let in that are killing people with knives. By the time the police come to somebody, an old man who's been knifed, he's dead. Give him at least the option of having a handgun so he can shoot these bad people. I'd use the military. I'd get rid of a lot of people with the military, all the scum that's out there killing people with knives. As for, are you politically correct? No, you can say mate and you can say whatever you want to say. It's a free country, unless we are really in George Orwell's 1984, which I don't think we are. Anyway, that's my thoughts. You've got to find somewhere where these people can pitch a tent and actually live, and they're mainly English people, by the way, because the foreigners you gave their houses to. You gave all the rented accommodation, the council accommodation, to foreigners because they had huge families. They shouldn't be having any families. You need to make the whole population shrink by 15 million people. Anyway, there it is. It's enjoyable. I like talking to you. I'm not blaming anybody other than Tony Blair, who made the disaster. That's just the truth. Okay. Bye-bye.